to South Salem High School, everyone. I am Laura Tippin, and I'm the ninth principal here at South Salem High School, and I am so glad you are all here. I'd like to especially welcome our superintendent, Kristen Perry, and our assistant superintendent, Ethan Udotinata. Thank you both for being here. We are absolutely excited for this day for so many reasons. And one of those reasons is that we are thrilled to announce that we will be renovating our College and Career Center with the eye of turning it into a central hub for our students and a meeting place for our community. Our plan is to collect enough funds to renovate this summer. Thank you to John Shirley of Anderson Shirley Architects for donating his services to craft a draft floor plan, which you can see in front of me, and also an architectural drawing. I've met with our Salem Kaiser facility folks, and they are supportive of the plan, so we are moving forward. The reason that I personally am most excited to gather all of us here today is that we have plans to name the College and Career Center after someone who dedicated hours and hours to our students during the time that our center was referred to by its previous name, the Aspire Center. I cannot imagine a better person after whom to name our College and Career Center, because this person volunteered so much of her time and effort to create a better future for all of our students. In fact, this person volunteered so much time that I think people actually thought she was on our payroll. It's my honor and my privilege to announce that our official name for the new College and Career Center at South Salem High School will be Celia's College and Career Center, named after volunteer extraordinaire Celia. She has assisted with the college application and college selection and college scholarship process, the families she has helped with the financial aid process, the hundreds of books she has tracked down and donated to the classrooms of our language arts teachers, many of whom are here today, the students she has mentored, the good deals she has found all around town, the calculators and laptops she anonymously purchased for students. Clearly, her actions and her devotion of time make her worthy of having an entire center named after her, but so do Celia's personal characteristics. I'd like to just take a minute to talk about the person Celia is. She, of course, is generous and also brilliant, bilingual, resourceful, humble. She's so humble that we knew we had to keep this event secret or she would squash it before we even got it off the ground. Celia supports equitable causes. She works tirelessly for the underdog, and she seeks fairness at all times. If she saw an inequity in a system, she set out to eradicate it single-handedly. Her passion for our students, especially our Latinx students, her fierce devotion to their futures, her desire to eliminate any gaps based on privilege or socioeconomic status or race or gender or religion or any other marginalization, her commitment to the youth in our community, all are inspiring and have changed the trajectory of lives of countless students. I could go on and on, but we do have other speakers, and I don't want to steal their thunder. So let me introduce you to Yvonne Basher, who served on the board of the Saxon Foundation along with Celia.
Hi there. I'm Yvonne Basher. I served with Celia on the Saxon Foundation board for a number of years. She was vice president for, I think, all of those years. And I just kind of want to go into a little more detail about some of the things that she has done not to embarrass you too much, Celia, but you're a rock star. She has been an advocate, really. That's the best, I think, definition for me to come up with for Salem students from a range of ages and backgrounds and abilities. She's someone who really loves to open up the possibilities to students who have never seen the possibilities that she's talking to them about. She volunteered countless hours at Richmond Elementary. She was a bilingual tutor there for a number of years and shared her love of books and storytelling and reading with students there, turning them into young readers and lovers of books as well. She sewed and tailored costumes for the children's educational theater productions. A lot of what Celia has done is behind the scenes. I think Laura addressed that a little bit. People didn't necessarily know she did it. She liked that. She also repaired choir robes for the choral program here at South for a number of years. She ironed choir robes. As I said, she served as vice president to the Saxon Foundation for a lot of years and worked to find a lot of creative ways to support the teachers and students in the classrooms themselves. We like to call her the book fairy because she pretty much single-handedly worked with language arts teachers to come up with exact books, exact printings of books to match what the teachers needed for their curriculum. She went so far as to even find the best bookshelves and bookcases and the best deals for those in Salem or elsewhere so that they could pull out these books. So she had an amazing way to find a deal. I remember running into her at Value Village a couple times. So one of the other things that she was really a force behind was our school supply drive for the foundation. And, she was a generous donor, but I spent many a fond hour walking from classroom to classroom in these halls just before school started every year, passing out Kleenex boxes to teachers who were going to have a number of runny noses very shortly in their classrooms. And Celia and I did that together and spread the word about the foundation and just spread joy to teachers in amazing ways. So that was a great memory. But back to why we're here today, and Laura really addressed this completely, but she was a valuable Aspire volunteer. She worked so many hours working to help students with their deadlines for FAFSA, explaining financial aid options, deadlines for various SATs, PSATs, college visits, when they needed to turn in their college applications, just lining up specifics for individual students who just didn't know where to start and who didn't necessarily have the vision that Celia had for them. And she also worked with some of the same students in the Aspire Center who she had helped at Richmond Elementary, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it was, I think, a special thing for them too. So I think that gives you some background, and I just want to thank you, Celia, because this one's for you, and we sure appreciate everything you've done.
Close friend of Celia's, Edie Frolickman.
Well, before I started on this, my daughter said to me, "Are you going to go to Webster's to find something to describe Celia?" And I thought, no, I'm far too cool for that. I'll go to the Urban Dictionary. So I looked up, and I was visiting Celia in the hospital recently. She was describing herself as a tiger mom. Well, according to the Urban Dictionary, a tiger mom is a mother who is overly strict with her child in order to foster an academically competitive spirit. And I thought, that might be a little bit of it, but then I went back to Webster and I found a better definition: den mother. A person seen as a leader or protector of a group. I think that captures Celia. She's a den mother. She's our den mother. She's looked out for an entire community of cubs, some of whom we call Saxons, for many years. In addition to guiding so many Saxons through the college prep and admissions process, she's looked out for her cubs and their families in myriad ways. Several years ago, I was cleaning out my linen closet and I came across 4 sets of towels that had been a wedding present to me that had never been used. So I called Celia and I said, Celia, who needs those towels? And she said, I know just the family. And by the end of that day, we were over visiting the family and delivering the towels and learning more about them and having a complete and global conversation about what was going on in their lives, the lives of the children in that house. Then another time, we helped my daughter pilot the period program at Judson. We found an organization that would provide menstrual supplies at no charge, but we had to raise funds for the shipping. Well, we found out that this was an organization that was based in Portland. So Celia recruited Ray and Aaron to remove the seats from her minivan, and off we went, driving close to 5,000 pads and tampons over the Markham Bridge. We ended up with so many that after we delivered as many as Judson could receive and as many as South could receive, we donated to a church food pantry over off of 17th and Middle, and also to the Center for Hope and Safety, because Celia never leaves a worthy cause behind. And with regard to individual students that she's mentored, she had an overarching interest in the student, the whole student, not just their academics. She worked with students who had begun to falter. She had one girl who had been a very good student but was at risk of not graduating because she had found a boyfriend who was more interesting to her in class. So this was shortly after Celia had stopped driving. So she had asked me to drive her over to the area where this girl lived. We went all over the place. We went to the home. She finally got in touch with the mother and implored her that this was really, really important, and the girl did graduate because Celia wasn't going to let her go. Then she had another student who was around the same time who was an aspiring attorney who got accepted into a scholarship program through the federal courts in Portland. It was a 2-week program. Well, this girl didn't drive, and as the time for the program approached, she hadn't made any arrangements for transportation. So Celia really wanted this girl to go, and she was asking me for help. And I had just retired from the federal courts, and I sure didn't want to drive this kid through commuter traffic for 2 weeks. But Celia wasn't going to let it go. So we brainstormed and brainstormed until we got this girl into a band pool. And not only did we get her into the band pool, but Celia called her every night, every day to make sure that she was catching the band pool. And she didn't succeed. And she had another student who, this was just at the end of her Aspire career, whose parents were kicking him out of the house on his 18th birthday, and she knew this kid needed to graduate and needed a stable home. So with no regard to how it might impact anything else, she invited this kid to move into her house, and he did graduate. So all I can say is that her advocacy, which began in the Peace Corps, or maybe even earlier, continues, and this community is better for it. We're all better for it. So thank you.
One of Celia's students, Sandra Garcia Torres, a 2018 graduate for whom English is her second language and French is her third, I believe, and an international baccalaureate diploma recipient.
Just an FYI, mine is not as long, but it's still very special. Hello, my name is Sandra Garcia Torres. I am a first-generation college student. a DACA recipient, and an IB diploma recipient from Salem High School. I'm also a senior at Western Oregon University, double majoring in Spanish and psychology. But most importantly, I'm a student whom Mrs. Bacouli has supported since the age of 8. Mrs. Bacouli has been with me since my time at Richmond Elementary. I met Mrs. Bacouli in 3rd grade about 13 years ago. Mrs. Bacouli has taught me a lot of academic, social, and life skills that have shaped the person that I am today. She has always been so loving, friendly, and a giving person. From our lunch dates at Dairy Queen, doing probability, at Dairy Queen, doing probability and long division at the age of 9. To her support when my family was going through some rough patches, Mrs. Bacouli has always been there. She and her family are part of my family. However, I know that I'm not the only student she has supported. There are countless students she has helped throughout their academic careers. Some are working in their dream careers, and others are on track to accomplishing their life goals. You can see just a glimpse of the impact the impact she's done in this community here today. She has impacted and will continue to impact students later in life. Celia's College and Career Center is a perfect way to honor and recognize Mrs. Bacouli's tremendous impact on so many people's lives. I know that Celia's College and Career Center will provide opportunities to students like me and like the students who are here today. I cannot wait to see what this College and Career Center does for other students. Thank you, Mrs. Bacouli, for the great impact you've had in my life and countless lives in our community. You deserve this.
Please welcome Nancy McMorris-Audix, who is the president of the Saxon Success Fund.
In the winter of 2019, Laura Tiffin contacted me about starting a new foundation here at South that would have a broad view, unlike the other fundraising groups at South that sort of focus on getting through the year. Our vision is bigger. So we launched in 2019 in the fall, and then 6 months later the world shut down. So we are mostly held secret. But we have had 2 goals primarily since we started, and this College and Career Center is one of them, and the other is giving scholarships. From the day that we moved closer to this reality, when we received an anonymous gift with a challenge attached to match it, we have been rolling. With John Shirley's amazing renderings of what this College and Career Center can look like right in that space of the library there, and the incredible legacy of Celia, this amazing woman who has made a difference to so many people. We are going to do this summer. We are going to create this College and Career Center this summer. And to do that, we need to raise some more money. So we have information about the Saxon Success Fund on the table behind Superintendent Perry. There's a basket if you want to leave a check. Information about the College and Career Center, photos from this event, and all will be online in our website in the coming weeks, probably after the holidays. Please join us for some refreshments and take time to greet and honor the amazing Celia Hyman Bacouli. Thank you.
Nancy and Yvonne and Edie and Sandra. I hope all of you will stick around to enjoy a cupcake and take a look at the draft of the floor plan and celebrate, most importantly, this phenomenal community. I can honestly say I am a better leader because I have been touched by the impact of Celia. And South Salem High School is a better place because of Celia. Our community is a better space because of Celia. So Celia, thank you personally from me and from the Saxon community for all of your contributions to our community. And congratulations, you do deserve this. And congratulations on Celia's College and Career Center at South Salem High School.